Testing. And we are live. Okay. No one's currently watching the stream. How ironic. All right. Well, I don't know who else is going to be joining me. So let me. I did invite some people, but I'm not sure how long it'll take for them to join. So it could be. So it's going to be. So it's probably going to be a minute until they join. So oh, there we go. All right. Well, while we wait for other people, I might as well do what this the title of this live stream is. So, even though nobody is currently watching, whatever. So this is about the mission trips that happened this summer with my church. I thought there was something on my screen, but no, that's just my logo. Not my logo, the profile on screen. So, yep. Definitely gonna have some fun. So hopefully I get some people. Hopefully the people that I invited are able to come. Gonna live stream for a hot minute. Okay, so let's talk. So I this summer I had recently gone on two mission trips with my church, like I said earlier. Basically, we went to go. I went to like mm, two different. I went to like Mission Blueprint and Mission Waco. Mission Blueprint was good. Don't get me wrong. It was just that staying out in the heat the entire time we were there was the most unbearable thing I had to feel, which it was constantly hot. And one of my friends just messaged they can't make it because of work. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I wonder what other friends have work today. I feel like I should have postponed it for Saturday, but yeah, we're already doing this now. So let's just hope a few can at least show up. So hold on. Let me go grab my journal real quick. I should have done that. Since we're going to be hopefully waiting on other people, think that's think it's only fitting that I read from the journals that I wrote while I was over there. All right, so this is the mission blueprint. We're gonna start off with the mission blueprint mission trip log because that was the first mission trip of the summer along for the students. So yeah, date June 16th, 2024. We arrived at the location where we will be staying. It's very it's it's been good, but it's been good. My butt was very sore after the long van ride. The van ride was like, I think, like 3.5 hours, and that was a while. My butt was very sore after like the van ride there and back. I'm not used to vans whatsoever. It's like my first time in a driving in a van to a location that's like 3 hours away. so today was so June 16th was orientation day where we were signing chores. We had worship, um, we had worship and a message, which was great. So my team and I found out that we're going to be building a ramp for someone who has like who can't really use their legs that well anymore. It's for someone's because their stairs were like steep, like they were like really steep, like you would actually like it would actually feel like you would trip on them, like that. Like it was crazy. Like I saw it for myself. I should have done this from my MacBook instead of my new laptop, but then to show y'all pictures, I may actually move to that in while I chat. So, which is good. My chore was to make sure there was ice in our cooler so that we have like ice cold water because we were going to be out there because we were out there for like the whole day. And I literally mean the whole day. Like we were there from like 9 a.m. all the way down to like I think like 3 p.m. Yeah, it's crazy. That's and we were out there in the hot sun for that long. It was only on Wednesday that we had to come back, that we had to kind of return earlier due to weather. It was taking in. So yeah, I'm currently logging into my account on my MacBook, so I can show y'all some. Oh wait, no, they're on my Instagram. What am I doing? I just gotta log into my Instagram over here and show you the pictures. So while I'm still reading here. Oh, now the mouse pad works. Yeah, I did post the photos on my Instagram, so I'm just gonna pull that up. What is my password for my Instagram? It's not on this computer, so I gotta grab it off my phone. All right. So that was like so that was like day 0. Like that was when we got there. I even have some notes from the sermon. The title of the sermon was called The Sermon on the Mount. The pastor was like saying like Jesus speaking to all types of people. He also talked about how his parents got divorced near the end of his middle school year. He asked the question, how do I become blessed? And to understand what Jesus was talking about is to start from the beginning. In other words, start from the beginning of the Bible. Start with the Old Testament, then work your way up to the new one. I think that's what he was saying. I don't remember much because this was like the beginning of near the end of June, and we're in the first week of August. So luckily, I wrote down what I could write down. So yeah, and God, he also said, God says this: this creation right here is created in my image. So I remember them saying that. I'm getting a. I'm probably gonna start remembering things as this podcast goes on. I may be here alone, but I'm also not. But I just pray that I won't be. Most of my friends probably had work, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. If they want to do this again, I will gladly do it again. I can tell you that right now. After that, he said, what does it mean to be blessed? And for that, you got to read the book of Genesis. He said, God, he is a good father. He said, after that, he said, ask this, God, what is it you want me to hear? Basically, telling you, asking you, like, God, like, "W- what do you want to hear from God? Like, from God to you. He's like, also, how to be a like to someone. What does God want me to know about me? And that was the final part of the message. Most of my pages were getting ripped out because it was the beginning of the book, and I had this in my backpack like all day, and it's basically getting ripped up like it has like because it's thinner at the beginning than near the end of the book where you got more to work with. So this is day one. So this is day one, June 17th. It's like 7:30 in the morning. We went down for breakfast, and all I forgot what they had for breakfast on that day. One of the days they had kolaches, which were really good. But this morning I had cereal with Pop Tarts for breakfast, which are definitely better than the ones at school. But school tries to make things healthier, but by doing that, they make it taste terrible, and I honestly hate that. After breakfast, we went over the safety rules of what to do on the work sites. So basically, we couldn't. So when using power tools, well, power saws actually, we could not wear gloves. Otherwise, our gloves would get caught in them, and then next thing you know, by the time you realize it's caught, you cut your finger, or at least something. So yeah, the thing is, here's the thing. If you're gonna if you're gonna take a look at the photos, I'm gonna let you know that most of the students did not wear like gloves. I was like one of the few people that was actually wearing gloves. Most of them had to paint. Most of them sounded like they just had to paint. My crew was building a ramp. Another crew was also building a ramp for our homeowner. I was wearing gloves because this is my first mission trip and like in a long time, something to do with my church. I've even been with them for a year. So I haven't even been at the church I'm at for a year, and yet here. and yet here I am already going on mission trips, and I also went to the youth to the summer camp. I d- I do not have like anything written about the summer camp, and honestly, I should have done that. But maybe in February of 2025, I'll do that, and then also recap in maybe September. It around September, literally next month marks it as the first year as my first year of being at Grace Fellowship, and honestly, I couldn't be. I'm just like, yep. I still can't believe I'm gonna be a senior next week, though. This is just crazy. Like a lot of things have been going on this summer. Not really. Like by a lot of things, I mean very little amount of things. So back to the journal log. I was reading where we were at safety rules. We also after going over the safety rules, we had a time of devotion, and some of the students went to go work make sandwiches for the work site. I just got a turkey and cheese sandwich. They didn't toast them, but so we got them cold, so it was still good. Don't get me wrong, but that was like the only thing we had for lunch. But that was our lunch like every day. I'm gonna say I did miss my friends and family because I felt like I was gonna. One thing I didn't miss. One thing I didn't really miss all that much was my phone. Like one of the main rules of these mission trips was that we were not allowed to have our phones, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't have my phone. Getting a break from it is something I needed. I technically did have my phone, but I never took it out. Like it was just sitting in my suitcase the entire time, just shut off until I got back home. Until we got back home on day 5, I believe. Day 4, day 5. I wrote these dates down, so we'll get to that. So now we skip ahead to the middle of the day. It is it was hot as hell. Like, welcome to Texas. It's hot, like extremely hot. Like, we had to drink like a lot of water just to stay hydrated. We built the deck for the ramp, and now we're just working on the main ramp. As our supervisor is well, we didn't have an official supervisor. We have one of our one of the interns actually actually guide us and lead us on what we were doing. The girls of the team of my group were really helpful while also trying to stay cool. Like, we were getting a little bit of a breeze, which helped, but we were still very hot. And we were also staying very hydrated because of how hot it was. So far it's been pretty chill. Hoping for some rain to cool things off, but even that won't help with the Texas heat. Like whenever it rains, on that day only will it get cooler, and then the next day it's just gonna go back to being hot again. Like that's just how it is. And And then I said I was ready for the message our mission pastor will bring tonight. I've also that next when we got back to the place that we were staying at, the middle school boys were crazy, if you believe it or not. Like they just had like so much energy, more energy than me, which is saying something. I just didn't understand how they had so much energy because you could literally just see them running around playing games. Well, playing games was kind of obvious, but also running around. I don't know how they had like so much more energy than me, but they were also having trouble. But they also did get in trouble for like following orders because like which is no surprise. Which honestly, from middle schoolers, I'm not surprised. But just wait until they get into. But just wait until these middle schoolers get into high school. It is going to be a whole new ball game for them. Some of them are actually going to high school literally next week at the same time that I'm going. Some of the friends that I was in, I said two, but I meant like three. Three of my friends were like, uh, were on the worship team, and they were, and at the time we were, and before dinner they were like rehearsing. Ah, for like rehearsing for her worship tonight. I was just watching them so I could like get a little bit of quiet time to write in my journal. As for like my other friends, they seemed to be doing all right. They were being leaders for the middle schoolers. So I was like the so yeah. The girl leaders are probably like doing better with leading most of the girls than the boys leaders are because the boys are like very energetic and from experience girls are more chill than boys, which is not even a surprise. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, it was two of them that were rehearsing. Two of my friends that were rehearsing. They're also talking about like writing a new song. So now let's skip ahead to day one in the evening. Yeah, this is still day one talk. I wrote a lot on this mission trip because apparently I had a lot to write about. So so here we are in the evening. Ne- n- we had dinner and then after and now receiving the word from our pastor, and we had worship, had a word from our pastor, and then we went into breakout groups where we go talk about the message and then pray. So I would say so I would give day one a 10 out of 10 despite the craziness from the middle school boys. So the day one sermon, day one sermon on the mount. This is yeah. I don't know how long I'm gonna be talking here, so I might speed things up if I don't get anyone else in here. So far, yeah. All right. So here's what day one was titled "Seeing the Upside Down Kingdom," a, a reflection on Matthew 5:1 to 16. You can read any version of the Bible for that because I did not get a specific version. So let's leave. So one of the questions I will leave with is, what does it mean to have a prayer mindset? That's something that's been on my mind. So, what does it mean to have a prayer mindset? Well, hmm, it's honestly a really good question. I haven't really thought about it much. I should have. I should. I've honestly should have read over this so I could have an answer, but we'll probably come back to that. So after that, he said, "God." So here's something else. He said, God wants you to come to him for everything because he is Lord of everything. So basically saying like no matter what you have, God wants you to come to him. I will admit I don't go to God for everything, but I should probably work on that. But like yeah, cuz God he's the Lord of all. So this is a subtitle, The Pharaohs and the Tax Collector. So the ironic thing about this is that because the ironic thing about this next part, this next thing that they said was God gives you a blueprint on how to prayer. Gives you the question, why is prayer important? Prayer is important because I'm gonna give you my definition of why prayer is important. Prayer is important because of like many because you're going to God for something that uh, for probably a sin that you committed or you're asking him to help you with something. So, yeah. You're asking God to help. Prayer is important because you're going to God to pray for someone or something or for something that you need prayer over. So, and it's also a way to get closer to him. So that's why prayer is important. The prayer hexagon, there are six sides to this. The father's character. So for this, you have to read Matthew 6. So for this, you're going to have to read Matthew 6, 9 through 13. Okay. Matthew 6, 9 is the Father's character. Matthew 6, 10 is the Father's kingdom. Matthew 6, 11. Matthew 6, 11, the Father's provision. Matthew 6, 12, the Father's forgiveness. Matthew 6, 13a, the Father's guidance. And Matthew 6, 13b, the Father's protection. Hold on. Sorry, I'm back. My mom called me. All right. So here's the final part. On a, the pastor asked, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is my prayer life is on a scale of 1 to 10. He asked, what is your prayer life on a scale of 1 to 10? I said a 5 because I'm somewhere in between because I don't pray a lot. And when I do, it's nothing big. And I usually pray when everyone else is praying. And that, which is true because I haven't really, I don't really go much into prayer. I'm being on, I'm being honest here. Like I'm being completely honest. All right. Now we're on to day 2, and there's gonna be a lot more writing on this because I wrote like 2 whole pages in my journal for this. Like this is page 1. This is page 2. There's a lot of writing. Did a lot of writing. Day 2, June 18th. It's the beginning of day 2. Waking up this morning was a bit rough because when I went to bed, it was like very warm. Like we did not know how to work the thermostat in the building, and we wanted it to be cooler, but we couldn't make it cooler. Like it was kind of. And here's the thing: I actually forgot a pillow and had to use my neck pillow while sleeping while I was on Mission Blueprint. Like I'm not even kidding. I forgot a pillow. It slipped my mind. Like you can ask the people that were with me that I was sleeping on a neck pillow while everyone else had a regular pillow because I forgot one. All right. But when we woke up in the morning, the room was like cold. It was cool. So breakfast for today was French. So breakfast was for day two was French toast sticks, which were really good. And the building we were staying in was like over 100 years old, which is crazy to think. So like, which is crazy to think. So we did our chores, which kept to keep the place clean. So basically, we had to clean up the cafeteria, the dining room, the game room, all the rooms, and then we went to a time of devotion in the chapel. And then around the same time, it was like 9 a.m. It was time to go to our work sites and continue working on our projects. Of course, they probably sit. These people probably. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on? All right. So, not much is going on. I'm currently talking about Mission Blueprint Day 2. So, and how there's Caroline. Mm, It was gonna be honest with you. Like I was journaling and I was just saying like how how there's gonna Blueprint is probably gonna be the longest part of this podcast. With it with day two taking up 2 pages in my journal. Ah. Oh, you're one of the boys using a different account. Didn't really recognize it at first, and now, but you're using it. What is it like? Mom's or siblings account that you're using? Trying to wait on a. I've been waiting on a few people to join in. I don't think anyone. I don't think a lot of people can make it due to the fact that it's a Tuesday. They got work, and me, I'm only recently getting a job. Yeah, I thought so. So how's it going? So you doing good, Barrett? I'm gonna be working at Mendito's, which is right across from Tompkins, over in the plaza. So, want to join in because I'm kind of alone here and I'm just reading from my journal because I ain't not doing much right because that's pretty much all I'm doing. Yeah, it is by Kane's, but not the one that's down the road from Grace. The one that's down the road by this by my school. I would show you, but this is YouTube, so I don't want like my I don't need random people figuring out where I live. So yeah, it's right. It's right outside the Kroger Plaza. So you, so Bear, want to join me in this podcast because I got no one else here right now. All right. So now I'm just getting to to the middle of the story of day two. So it's like 11 a.m. We had like two very short rain showers, but so far a lot of shade from the clouds, which was honestly very good. So it wasn't very hot on day two, which honestly made things way better. We were we are planning on we were planning on going to an HEB over by the Riverwalk area. 'Ca- like after we were done, which is a which was a good thing because I could use some more snacks and also some pocket tissues. I did not get pocket tissues. I can tell you that. I literally got a big box of tissues. Like I literally, I got something like this at the grocery store to last me for the rest of Blueprint. Because my nose was not being nice to me, and I was like, I should have grabbed pocket tissues before leaving. So for Mission Waco, I didn't make that mistake again. So yeah, and by then we were more than halfway through day two, and and then a few hours later, I go back to my journal. Like we were more than halfway through day two, still working on the ramp, and the rain is just being on and off, mm, which was honestly normal for Texas weather because when it's the rain not on and off. When you have a hurricane or just a regular thunderstorm, that's like the only time the rain won't be like on and off, on and off, on and off. So, and apparently Wednesday, it was meant to rain like throughout the whole day. So, like, but it didn't rain. But for me, my my work site was like 3 minutes from the mission building, and we didn't like receive rain until it was like probably like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got like most of our ramp done. But we got most of our ramp done like went like Tuesday and Wednesday for my group. And it means Thursday we just do one final check and be ready to leave on Friday. So this was a four. So yeah, this was technically a 5 day thing, but 4 days at the same time because we left Friday morning. And honestly, I was thinking of like what I should get to eat like after like when I get home to like drive home because I was gonna go put gas. I ended up just going to Subway because it was more on my way than going to which to get a pizza sandwich. So it's like 4:45 in the afternoon. So now it's like 4:45 in the afternoon on day 2. We we got home before we got back to the mission building before most of the other groups despite our little trip, I think. At least I think, or I think we were the last ones to show or not. No, we weren't no, my group wasn't the last ones. We were one of the few people that just didn't show up until later. So I literally had taken a shower literally before writing this part of the journal entry. So we went to HEB, which the HEB we went to was a lot smaller than the ones we you would usually go to in our area. Like the HEBs in our area are like big, and this one was smaller. And I was honestly surprised. I didn't think they make an HEB that small. We were joined with another ice cream group, not ice cream that ice cream group. I did not mean to say that. We were joined with another high school group at like after HEB, and we went to an Ben and Jerry's ice cream parlor. And honestly, I did not even know Ben and Jerry's was an ice cream parlor. I thought it was just another. Ah! I'll be sure to do that. I'll just take a picture of that, but also gonna need to delete that your comment, unfortunately, because you should not do that on the internet. I'm probably gonna have to end up deleting this stream later on because of that accident, or I can I can probably try to go back. I can actually no, I can go back and edit it. Like I'll just make this. So after this live stream, I'll just make it private and then I'll go back, screen record it, and then cut out the part where I accidentally showed your number on stream because don't worry, I took a picture. Don't worry, I will message you. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and yeah, I'll just have to rewatch this entire stream, like screen record it, then and then just edit out the part where it shows your phone number because that was a complete accident. I did not mean to do that. And then, all right, so and then like after we had Ben and Jerry's, which honestly it was good, but could have done. But honestly, I still Bluebell's still my favorite though. Like I'm gonna be straight up honest. Even after trying Ben and Jerry's, I should after like getting some Ben and Jerry's, we went to the Alamo, in believe it or not in San Antonio. So day two was great. So and then after I took a shower, it was free time. We were it was free time, and then now it's like so it's almost the end of the day. Uh, one thing I'll never forget is the day two worship from Blueprint. That was honestly the most hyped worship we have ever had in this church. Like because when you put middle schoolers and high schoolers together for worship and you start out with the hype songs, oh my god, the funny thing was someone accidentally unplugged the instruments, like unplugged the speakers, like and yet we were still worshiping. It was just I was like whatever. We were all like whatever. We were too busy worshiping. We did not even care until somebody just plugged in back until plugged the outlet back in because that was just that was just funny. I'll never forget that. So after that, it was so as usual, we received the word. So not much happened after breakout groups. We were not much happened after breakout groups on day two. We just played a little bit, a few games, and then just went to bed because the leaders needed to plan out what they were gonna do, like for Wednesday, due to the fact that there was a storm coming. So yeah, so here we go with the day two sermon beyond showmanship. I did not. Okay, actually, better if I show you the title. If so, oh wait, beyond. What's going on? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Ow! What did I just? Something just poked me on my. Um, this is a church stream. Chase. I know a Chase. Ah, it's the other Olivier. Yep. I met another Olivier, and I thought I was like the only one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do not say that. Don't say that on this. Oh my god. Please do not say that on this stream because I do not want because I do not need YouTube taking this down because of that comment. It's not like I get paid to do it's not like I get paid to do YouTubing like most YouTubers, but like you're good. Just don't let that happen because otherwise I might. All right, so we were just on the topic of the Sermon on the Mount beyond showmanship, cultivating. Pretty sure that's what it said. I tried to had to type fast. So I honestly do not know what that word I honestly do not know what that word means, but it's a term that but I can't say what it means on stream because that is just because I can't say what that means. Like you would have like don't even ask me the same question in church because like it it's a word you shouldn't be saying. I know you probably hear it a lot, but just don't say it because that is like that is a big and a very big no curse word. That's a very big one. So here we go with all right. So back on topic with the sermon from day 2. Starting off with the question, what does it what does it truly mean to follow God? What does it truly mean to follow God? If you want to answer it in the comments, go right ahead. What does it mean to truly follow God? So for this, we go back to the book. For this, we go back to the book of Matthew, and he said, read Matthew 6:9 through 21. So and doesn't matter which verse, what version of the Bible you read. Do I? Not really. No, I don't really play Fortnite that often. It's not. I used to play back in its prime time, but now it's lost its touch on me. If they do something right, I'll probably get back on. The time I got back on was like when they brought back OG Fortnite, and that was the last time I played the game. The Big Bang of not anymore. I played back in 2017. I played Fortnite all the way back in 2017. So, and it was very addicting at that time. They kind of ruined the game, and they did kind of ruin the game when in Fortnite Season X, when they brought those mechs, when they brought the brute mechs, they ruined the game. They really kind of ruined the game. And one of the bad things is the fact that their live events was always on a school day. Like it wasn't on like most of them would happen on a school day. No comment. Anyway, exactly. Like I'm about to be a senior next week. So, yeah. Anyways, get back to the topic. The pastor also talked about authentic faith and said read Matthew 6:5 through 18. Don't know what don't know what version of the Bible. After that he said whatever you bo- bound in here, where's it? Yeah, it's bound. Whatever you bound in here is bound to the kingdom of heaven. And then he said, go to Luke chapter 22, read Luke chapter 22, 31, verse 31 to 34 in the NIV version. The promises of God are given to you. Then after that, he said, the promises of God are given to you once you become a child of God. And then I just said, and then I just wrote a song lyric, like, because that's what I was thinking during that. Of a Lord, I need you. Every hour I need you. Then after that said, read Luke 21:61 to verse 61 to 62. And our and to end off the message, the pastor said, our identity with God is crucial to follow his path. All right. Well, we're only on day 3 of this, and it's only been and we're already an hour and 10 minutes in, and I'm only on day 3. Yeah, no, you're not. I've been swimming way longer than you. I've probably been swimming way longer than you have, so we'll just have to see. Tryouts are tryouts for swimming are literally this Thursday and Friday at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I gotta remember to set my alarm. So here we are, day 3. Another, it's another day for the trip. Things are moving pretty quickly this morning because there is a storm coming. So they're getting us to our work sites as soon as possible so we can get as much done as we can. So then and I said there might not be a lot to write about today. And then yet I wrote a whole page and a quarter. There might not be I literally said that. So there might not be a lot to write about today, but it all depends. I literally said that and I wrote like a page and a quarter after that. And I'm just like, okay. Wow. So fast forward from the beginning of the day, it is now it is like 2 p.m. We like around 1 p.m. My group left the work site at like 1 p.m. because it was starting to rain, and all of the other groups and quite a few of the other groups got rain before my group's area did. So yeah. When we got back, we had lunch. The rain wasn't too bad, but we just couldn't work under the rain. So even after all that, I took a shower. So after all of that, basically, I took a shower, washed my hair, do all of that, and having like some extended free time. And also the church band and then that night the church band was gonna put on a concert, so they're just rehearsing right now, so there's that. The afternoon has gone by quick that you actually see. And with all the chaos from the middle school boys, two of them are in the chat apparently. You literally somehow find a joy in chaos with middle school boys, and it's just crazy. It was raining outside, but unfortunately, the weather was misleading. I had to put him in a timeout. All right, well, So Wednesday it was just raining a lot, and it and then Thursday was our last full day of working on the sites. So that was the night we had to pack up everything, and so that's the night I decided to pack up everything. In free time, we got to watch a movie. So I watched Big Hero 6. God, I love that movie. It was good. And just watch chaos unfold in the game room. So it's almost the end of the day, and we have to make scrapbooks for our homeowners who are allowing us to build on their property. And mostly all projects are like 90% complete, which is great. We will finish everything tomorrow. Then we say goodbye to our homeowners, and then Friday we say goodbye to Blueprint, and then it's time to meet up with family and friends, and then the end of week. So I promise there won't be I promise there won't be as much writing when we get to the Mission Waco part of this. So I think day three. Yeah, day three was the last time we had our guest speaker pastor speak. He was talking about unburdening your heart, trusting God's provision. What's up, Butter Olivier? All right, so I'm pretty sure I clicked timed out, not ban. All right. Oh, nice. All right, so, anyways, on day three, the final day with the speaker that we had, it's talking about unburdening your heart. And so he said, trusting in God's provision, he said, read Matthew 6:19 to 34. The main song of this sermon was Firm Foundation, which honestly, when he was you honestly have to be there for the speaking, because when you do a podcast recapping what happened like weeks later, you're not going to remember much. So he also said when God looks at us, he is proud of us and of what we become, as we are made in his image. And then he read Matthew 7:26 to 27. He asked the question, why is he my firm foundation? Why is God my firm foundation? Why is Christ my firm foundation? That's why he is my firm foundation. He has never let me down. The audio on the on the stream sounded so much better than what it sounded like through my headset. Literally went back to the stream to make sure the audio went in. I can probably only show that short clip, so due to copyright reasons. So and he said we need more. He said we need more people to be the light in the darkness. S- So it also means like that means like he he wants the children of God to be the light in the darkness. The the darkness for me would definitely be school because there are just too many students in the school that need Jesus, and you don't even know how many. Don't even know how many students need Jesus in that school. What it truly means to have a firm foundation. Well, if you want to know what it truly means to have a firm foundation, just listen to the song. No, I'm just kidding. Don't make me time you out again, Barrett. I will do it. There's a cooldown for putting someone on a. Don't tell me there is a cooldown to putting someone on a timeout. Okay, no. No. Please. Please. Keep it. Olivier can't do that due to the fact that my mom is literally right downstairs. And she always hates it when I get loud, so I can't do that, unfortunately. So back to the back to the final parts of this sermon. People, pe- I was literally just talking about this. People need the love, the hope, the faith of Jesus. I was literally just saying about that in my school. That people need Jesus because you never know what God is calling you to. That's the way to end it off. So, dude, I think I've already given you a shout out just by showing your comment here on screen. All right, so it's so now we have made it to day 4, June 20 June 20th. So god, that morning I that morning, every morning I always wake up before it was time to wake up, so I would usually just go brush my teeth and just take care of my hair in the morning. So, but day 4, literally the first song that played in the morning was literally "Never Gonna Give You Up." We got Rick rolled in the morning, and I was like, bruh. One of the songs of also of that week was All Stars, and they also played Fruit Loose at some point, also during one of those days. So me and a few others were like dancing to it in the cafeteria because we were ready. So this is like the second to last entry for Mission Blueprint. We're already we're already an hour and a half in, and I did a lot of writing during Blueprint. I can tell you that right now. Like, don't ask me why. I was just fond of it. So it's already 8:29. Jeez. Oh wow. I don't. Okay. Yeah, man. Do I remember that? I do honestly remember that. Share the part where you guys just kept on. I am not gonna do that because he was saying inappropriate stuff on the stream. Oh, Xander, that. So you guys want to also want me to share the part? Okay. So you guys also want me to share. So you want me to share the part of you guys just keep running through my dorm, and you also want to tell me about Xander. Xander, man, probably like the funniest guy in the dorm. Like most out of pocket. He came up with like the most out of he had the most out of pocket stuff to like that you will mostly hear in like in gag reels if it was being like recorded. It would be in the bloopers of a TV show. I mean, you do realize we were fake fighting, right? Like we weren't actually fighting. It was basically like choreo- choreo- choreographed fights. Basically, choreographed fights are like the fights that they do for like the Marvel movies. If you look in the behind the scenes footage, like they choreograph fights before while shoot during shooting, like while filming, also not filming at the same time. we okay, yeah. We did have a little bit of an argument, but I mean, we made up for it because we were all being playful in our own ways. I mean, we were all, and also, and like the other thing is like, I am lit. I'm pretty sure that's not what he said. But I can tell you, like, we didn't, we did not get freaky. We got dancy. There's a difference. Like, we actually got, like, I think on the last night we were just dancing in our dorm, like until it was like we were just dancing, like to the karaoke version of All Stars. Like before we all just went to sleep, we were just having fun. I didn't say this, but on day one, but when we got to the dorm, literally the boys literally made their own pickleball net in the dorm room with just using towels. I cannot make this stuff up. Xander was also dancing that night. He was the one that suggested the idea of doing the karaoke version of All Stars and just dancing. Like we were just having fun that last night. Will I be a leader? Will I be a leader? Hmm. Possibly. I don't know for sure if I will be a leader, but if I will be a leader next year, because I am so because I'm gonna be working, but I probably will be able to take time off of work to go on the mission trips again. So yeah, I can't confirm if I'm gonna be a leader because it will, you're just gonna have to wait until next year to do so, to know so. I mean, so you did not steal my. You tried to steal my stuff, and you guys tried to steal my stuff. I could tell you that. Honestly, it was yes. Guys literally pushed my buttons to like to the max. Yeah, that's that was probably like the most like my inner basically in other words my inner dad came out somehow. And I'm gonna let you guys know when you guys get into high school, it's gonna be a whole new ball game that you're gonna be very unprepared for. I can tell you that right now. Like ninth grade is gonna be hard on you. You're gonna get hit hard. I'll tell you. I'll tell you to that right now, just to give you a heads up. Like if you don't believe me now, you're get by the time you finish freshman year, you're gonna be like, I was right. You're just gonna have to wait and see. Cause trust me, it hit me hard it hit me hard in ninth grade. So, and I'm going into senior year. So, one last year. Yeah, no, thank you. Anyways, let's get back to the to why I'm doing this podcast. Cause so let's just let's just skip ahead from the morning and to later on. So we finished so it's like I think it was like around noon. I think it was like around noon or like 11, between 11 and 1 that we finished our ramp. And then after we finished our ramp, we went to Sonic. I didn't get anything because of like because I had no money, and so me and the group were like the first ones back. So we were the first ones to finish our projects and get back to HQ, the mission HQ. So and we also went to put gas after that. You guys keep you guys kept on asking me the same question. Why you guys keep asking me this? Like you keep asking me this every time you see like you keep asking me this. We're just friends. For crying out loud. For God's sake. Wonder who the two other people who are the two other people watching this stream? Like you two are chatting the most, so Barrett, don't make me Barrett, if I have to time you out again, I will ban you. Trust me, I will. I will ban you. Then stop saying inappropriate stuff. If you don't want me to ban you, stop saying inappropriate stuff. Normal cursing I can handle, but if you're going to keep on normal cursing I can handle. But if you keep on saying inappropriate stuff, I will ban you. Like I literally have my don't believe me? Literally literally have the mouse right there. I literally have it right there. It's just a fair warning. I've already had to time you out twice. But there we go. All right, so okay, so back to what we were talking about. So like after we put gas, day 4 was pretty productive. Hey, he tested me. Hey, he tested me. He asked for it. Hey, he asked for it. Said I wouldn't. I'll probably unban. Yeah, you want to know what the main thing about content creating is? The main thing about content creating, at least in my opinion, it's just about creating entertainment for people, not just views. I respect everyone, don't get me wrong, but if someone is being like disrespectful to not only me, but also being disrespectful to others, then it's just a simple click of a button to ban them. He was saying some inappropriate stuff. He was saying more inappropriate stuff before you joined. Olivier, I'm dead serious right now. If you can't hear it in my voice, he was actually saying really inappropriate stuff in the comments, like before you joined, and also when you weren't looking. Like, I wish I was lying, but I'm not. And I don't like that for my channel. Like, who? Flamingo Man? Hello there. I'll let him back in and, like, don't worry, I will let him back in. If I can actually figure out how to unban someone. Because that's the first time I ever had to ban someone, so. But just let that be a warning that I won't hesitate. I did not mean to do that. I'm literally having to watch a tutorial. Having. Yeah, don't worry, I will. I'm. All right. In the meantime, while I'm trying to figure out how to unblock someone, which because this is the first time I actually blocked someone. So okay, so hmm. Yeah, I will. I honestly do not know how to. Does this work? I don't know if that works. Is I don't think that worked. All right, well. All right, well, there we go. Let's get back to the stories because spent too much time getting off track. Now I don't even remember where. So yeah. So we're still on day 4 and all right, so let's continue on with these mission trip stories. It's already 8:50. God, I'm surprised. All right. Day 4. So I don't know. I think it may be. We'll see. I don't think I added it into my journal, so maybe. I think. I don't remember. All right. So tonight the night of day 4, I'm pretty sure was the homeowners dinner. They came over. They yeah, was homeowner night, so our groups had to be together with some of our homeowners before. And I said I may have not had my phone. The week has been pretty good. Think before I go to bed at least a few hours before. And so basically day 4 was we didn't have a message, but we what about day 1? That was like earlier in the stream, like that was like over an hour ago. So yeah. You'll probably have to rewatch the stream and to like listen to all the stories. I mean, I can, but we're already like 1 hour in, and I'd rather not restart the whole story because I also have to do my mission Waco story. When the stream will be on the channel permanently after I end it. So Yeah, you'll be able to go back and watch it. And there should also be like a little scroll. I don't know exactly what timestamp. Uh See you next time, Flamingo Man. Whoever you are. I started this at 7. And I was thinking it was gonna go by like for 2 hours, but no. This has gone longer than I thought it was. Well, that's your choice. I w- this is something I actually forgot to do while I was over there. I was gonna ask one of the leaders if I could call my mom to see who was bringing my car. So, like after near the like after breakout groups, I was gonna ask one of my leaders. I forgot to, so but yet I still got my car the next day. My mom texted me where it was at, so yep. Um all right, well, this is like near the end of day 4. It's a big so I'm sure you guys would remember this. Like this afternoon, like when everybody was like, no, that was a bottle. He had a bottle in his hand. He had a bottle. That wasn't a shoe. That was a bottle. So remember when one of the six? So you guys remember when one of the sixth grade groups came back from the Alamo and apparently they almost got kicked out? Do you remember that? Oh my god! I was like, what? Because apparently someone fell into the nearby river. Apparently, well, I forgot the kid's name, but like I know for a fact that did happen because otherwise I wouldn't have written it down. All right, so now I just wanted you guys to stop. Like it was honestly just annoying that you were doing it. Anyways, we're already like 2 hours into this podcast, so let's Well, I'm sorry for being mean, but someone had to like. It was technically it was your idea, Barrett. So, anyways, now this is the part where I'm gonna show y'all the pictures I took while I was on Mission Blueprint. So, yeah. So, so these are only like a few pictures. This isn't all of them. These are the pictures I took at the Alamo. The Alamo in San Antonio, Texas. I just took a pic. We only we stayed on the out. My group stayed on the outside. We didn't know we could go inside for free without paying if we weren't touring or if we didn't take the tour. So that's something we did not know. So we'll know. So I'll know that for next time. This was the pickleball net that was set up in the dorm room with the high school boys, cause yeah, they wanted to play pickleball, but there was no pickleball net, so they improvised. So at Blueprint, you gotta improvise. So yeah, and they made another one in the game room there playing pickleball on carpeted floor somehow making it work. And these were the girls of the team of Group 3. Had a pleasure working with them. They were just honestly amazing to work with. Had a had loads of fun, but honestly, I would do it again. This is 4th of July stuff right here. And here's Mission Waco, which we are going to talk about right now. My camera I never but yet there's more photos on the link that they sent out. I have the link saved on my phone. I have the link saved on my phone. Show my camera roll. It's not much. Yeah. I'm not gonna show you guys my camera roll. Okay, hold up. I got friends texting me. My camera rolls. My kid. Okay. I wish I can, but I'm not on my usual. I'm on a completely different laptop than an Apple one. So I can't really show you my camera roll because I don't have the because my camera roll is on my laptop, not on my other laptop that I'm currently using. Also, did you guys hear about the news with the school district about our school district making us use their slow, crusty Chromebooks? Have you guys heard that? Because I'm gonna let you know, I am not picking up a Chromebook. I already got two. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all, I am not picking up those Chromebooks. But I'm not picking up one of those Chromebooks whatsoever because, like, one, the main problem is they're slow, and two, I already have like two laptops that I'm using, and plus an iPad, plus a phone. I do not. What did I just drop? Oh, that. Like, I'm using like the laptop I'm using is what I'm using on right now, and this is my other one. This is this is my other laptop plus a phone plus my iPad. I haven't. I have too many. I swear. Like, I already have two laptops. I don't need a third, and I literally just use. And I literally filled. And me and my mom a few months ago filled out filled up an application to where we could like get our to like get money from the government to get the laptop that I currently own right now, which is the one. Yeah, I definitely don't need one. I already got two. I don't need a third. And let's be real. That I mean, here's the thing. They already looked at what I mean. They watch what we do on the school Wi-Fi. Who says they're not going to do it at our house Wi on our home Wi-Fi? Hmm. Like I because here's the thing. I can understand it a bit. Like say like you're sick. Eh, Like say like you're sick and you're at home but you have a test. You can literally here's the problem with that. There's one problem with that and there's one solution. The main problem is that you can easily just cheat on the test and get and search up all the questions because you're home and you can literally access the test while while you're not even in school. You cheat at school? Not my problem. Doesn't everybody? I mean, doesn't everybody? Like, I want to know one person who doesn't do that. Like, I would not be surprised if somebody does not cheat because of how hard they make stuff is. Yeah, no. I'm not allowed out of my house at this time, unfortunately. Hold on, I'm texting a friend right now. Yeah, my mom has a curfew in place where I need to like if where I can't be out of the house at this time if I'm already in the house. And since I'm already in the house, I can't leave the house right now at all. So anyway, I little I'm gonna be honest with you. I literally wrote a whole paragraph on my Snapchat story to where it was like to why I was not gonna be like getting the Chromebook and the main and like what the main reason why, because they've already spy on us through the school Wi-Fi. Who says they're not gonna do it at our house by connecting their slow Chromebooks to our house Wi-Fi? Because I have a feeling if they work slow at the school, they're definitely gonna work slow at home, like a lot worse. Like the Chromebooks that the district is providing us with is not good. Oh yeah, they're like, oh yeah, great idea. Let's give 3,000 plus students Chromebooks to use for school and home use. That is not a good idea. Like you're just gonna like people can just eat. I can understand why some people would need the Chromebook because they probably don't have a laptop of their own or at least have a device of their own. But also, according to one of my friends, they're also going to be banning phones like for the whole day, like especially during lunch. Like that was another thing. Like my friend just recently told me this, and I'm like, I'm sorry. What? I am not going to about to pull out my laptop and so that I can listen to music during lunch. I listen and better for and yet then I am meanwhile I'm most likely because I'm already going to be listening to music on my way to school. And I already got music like yeah. That's basically what the school district is doing and it's yeah. What they're doing is like very annoying. Like I want to be surprised. I mean, parents are literally supporting this. They say they care about students, but how many times have they put us in more danger than but then how many times have they put us in more danger when there's an actual danger present? Like they like the school district has put us in danger more times than I know. Like I know that for sure. And also, that time where a tornado was in our town, they only shut down like half the district and made the other half go to school. Like how like that's completely unfair. That half the like a good half of the students didn't get to go to school because their school didn't have power, while everyone else had to go to school because they had power. I'll text you after the stream. Like that's what I was gonna do. I wasn't gonna text you now, like as soon as possible, but I'd text him after the stream. But see ya, Barrett. Anyways, that's not. Anyways, enough about that. Let's call that the intermission talk. All right. He, so here is like okay. So here's the mission Waco mission log. There's a lot less writing to it, as you can see. Only like half a page. So this is the Mission Waco log. If you're just now joining, you missed Mission Blueprint. You probably have to rewatch the stream. But I'll probably stream for like until like 10. So since I've already gone over what I was originally had planned, so if you got if you guys would like to join, I'll send out the link after I finish the Mission Waco story. So day 1, July 7th. Mission Waco day 1. So we left like early in the morning. It was like I think around 8:30 at the time we left. It was Sunday, so yeah. So day 1. Today was really interesting. We learned about how people get homeless and how people uh, and how people have full-time jobs but still can't like afford rent. See, Olivier? Yes, the kid's name is Olivier, surprisingly. All right, so today was like day 1 of a because it's like too expensive because apparently rent in Waco is like more expensive than rent is here. Apparently, I think. I don't know. I don't know how much rent costs here. I'm glad I make your day. So, currently talking about Mission Waco, day 1. But day 1 was fun. It's been cool. It's been cool. Mostly hot, but it was cool. Spe- Especially with the high schoolers. So we went to this place called Church Under the Bridge, which is right outside of Baylor University. Get this. It was literally a church under the bridge. Like the name is literal to like the name is actually a literal name. So if you go to Waco, make sure you go like right outside it's right outside of Baylor. You will find a on Sunday, I think around 10 a.m. You will find church under the bridge there. So yeah, I would show you a map of the. Actually, I think I can show you the map because it's not going to show where I live. So I'm going to pull up the map. All right. So this is where church under the bridge was. Nope, I did not mean to do that. So church under the bridge is was literally right here. Yeah, I remember. Actually, yeah. Church under bridge is literally right here. Like Baylor University is over here. This map is old. But right here is where church under the bridge would be. Right across from the subway that's like right across the street. So this is where church under the bridge was. So yeah. So that's where church under the bridge was. And that's where we were on day one, that Sunday morning. So yep. When oh welcome back, Olivier. When you're in so when you go to high school, when you go to Mission Waco, trust me, you'll love church under the bridge. Like if you go there. So despite it being hot, it was pretty good. To day one was mostly orientation stuff, so I didn't really take notes on that. And what our assignments will be for each day. We had different assignments to do for each day. We didn't have any on day one. But on day one, we had a prayer journey where we went to the different branches of Mission Waco, which included Church Under the Bridge, got a brief history, testimonies from people, and then prayer, and then give them prayers for their visiting. So, what we had to do during Mission Waco was this little thing called street camps, where kids that were like 5 to 11 years old. Oh yeah, we had to pass those out on day. We had to pass out flyers on day one for the area we were assigned to. The kids had a lot of fun. They were engaging into the activities we had for them. Unfortunately, of I do not have any pictures that were taken during the street camps because those were not allowed because it was the rules. So there was that during Mission Waco. So we had and then so fast forward to like lunchtime. It's like noon. We had hot dogs for lunch on day 2. I don't remember I don't remember what we had to eat on day 1, but I was eating a sub. I don't remember what was day 1. I think it was like I know we had something, but I forgot. But it was like I was eating a I was not no. Actually, I was eating a Subway sandwich during Mission Blueprint on day 0 cuz I had gone to Subway the night before, but I didn't do it. No, I did it for Mission Waco 2 as well. Sorry, I sounded like Stampy there when I laughed. So, and then after that, I think we just had free time. I don't know what else we did after that. So, and then it was like then like it was free time after that, and my van was rehearsing during mission during after dinner time because we were going to my brother's keeper's chapel where we were gonna lead where we were leading worship and a sermon. So I was on the worship team singing. I'm gonna try I'm gonna try to find a video while I get this. So hmm, I'm gonna have to type out this link. All right. So yeah. So we were rehearsing. I wrote, we were rehearsed. We were deciding on what songs to sing because we had the first night at the chapel. The thing is, we couldn't have. Each van had went to the chapel each night before we left on Friday morning again. Or what's it Thursday morning? Before Thursday morning, yeah. So basically, what we did, I've said we rehearsed like 2 times already. Hold on, I'm typing out the link here. Like, all right. All right, so all right. I got the I got him. So this was before we left. You can just see me right over here, just looking around in the room as Claire was talking. This is where we were going. Yeah, as you can see right over there, you can see church under the bridge. You can see me way ahead. Church under the bridge was incredibly fun, and let's see if I can find any videos around here. As you can see, yeah, this is what we were doing on day one, passing out flyers, and we had these people help serve food. This is where we were deciding on what to sing. So, what we sang was I Thank God, Good Plans, Firm Foundation combined with Great Are You, Lord. You cannot even see me in this picture. And Sam over here. Oh my God, Sam, what are you doing? He's putting liquid IV into his bottle. You could just see my head. My head is right there. Like behind this girl, you can just see my head. It's funny. That was just honestly funny. This is us getting students for getting kids for street camp. We honestly wish we had pictures of them, but they didn't allow us. Okay. Zeth decided to take this portrait picture of this little dinosaur right here. This is me over here. This little blur blue here. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I could try to find videos because my mom said she saw some. Like saw videos of like okay here. Thank the master, I thank the savior. Hear me. I'll have to look back at the screen for this. That was one of the songs, but that was basically my group singing. Thank the master, I thank the. That's he has for me. I know my father, I know my father. Man, streaming really interferes. He has good for me. I would say God, deserts and gardens. He has good. He has. I'm sure you guys can hear it well, better than I can. But yeah, as you saw, that was me singing. Oh yes, I remember this. I literally saw like Dr. Pepper. This is the Dr. Pepper HQ that they took a picture that Zeph took this picture in front of with Claire in front of, as you see. Because like that was just honestly amazing. We had a great team of cooks for breakfast. So because so like yeah. I don't know what this picture was. I don't remember seeing something like that. So every day these group of ladies would prepare the breakfast for us. Honestly, I love them for it because if they didn't do that, all we would have is cereal. And that was like the original plan to for us to have. That was like the original plan, but we didn't. So, and then so let me scroll back up real quick. After the chapel, after this, we went to this ice cream place called Randy's. Andy's, I'm sorry, Andy's frozen custard. And got a group photo here. See me over here. You can see Chris, Claire, Max, Keaton, and Jacob. I swear to God, these two are unrelated brothers because of how similar they would look. And they said they don't look the same, but that says otherwise. And you can see Megan there. You can also see a bunch of other people there as well. So, yeah. So I was, yeah. Those were some of the photos from day two, and we were helping out a local mark. One of our learning activities, what, and we went to a learning activity to a fair trade market, and we got to make beads. Like this is like here's mine. Like this is mine. I made this at Mission Waco. I just did it my style and put my name on it. Some of these were meant to be glow in the dark, but they lost their glow in the darkness. So there's that. And after that, we went to a mart, a grocery store across the street. Bought a few, uh, where we were making some paintings to help promote a carnival that they were hosting the Saturday of that week. This is July 8th, by the way, the week of July 8th. So almost a month ago. God, I didn't go to Mission Mexico because one, I was already going on two mission trips, and two, did not have the money for it. I may go next year, but I'm not too sure if I want to. But I'm thinking about it. So I may go to Mission Mexico next year because it seems like they had fun. Like, and we were also putting like labels on like water bottles which came in, and also creating a new system for the membership. Like I was trying to help out with it, but to my van crew, Zeth and Addison, took care of it themselves because they were doing because what they were doing, they were having like because what they were doing, I did not understand. So I was gonna try to learn, but they technically they only needed two people. So yeah, all right. And then while they were doing that, me and the rest of our van went across the street to to take out some shingles on the Mission Waco Youth Center to because there was a leak, so they're gonna replace it with a metal one, with a metal roofing instead of the shingles that they originally had. So day three, the morning started out the same way as day two. We had street camp, and it was our van's turn for Instagram takeover. I wish I could have seen it, but you know the rules with but you know the rules. No phones. So that thing had to sit in my suitcase all week, and I did not even miss it a bit. I'm gonna be honest, I did miss it a little bit, but I mainly just wanted it for music. So during the time we were meant to have a learning activity, we just ended up playing Uno because the person that was meant to be teaching us didn't show because she thought it was Wednesday, I think this was like Wednesday instead of like today instead of the day of. This is July 9th. Yeah, it was Wednesday. So we just played Uno until they found something for us to do. Some others played cards that I remember. And then basically the stuff we did at Blueprint, we also did the same as we basically brought that with us because we were like tearing apart a chapel to like refurbish it for them to like refurbish it. So and on that day there was like so much chatter about the hurricane that just recently hit town, our hometown, and I'll explain more of that later. Like us at Mission Waco, we were all right. Like we didn't even get hit by the hurricane at all, and we were expecting to. And yet every day, and yet every day they told us it was gonna rain today. We did not get a single inch of rain whatsoever. It was just hilarious. Like we did have a rain cloud though, but it was just a rain cloud by itself on like day 4. It was just a rain cloud by itself. I was like, "Oh, it's finally raining." It was just a rain cloud by itself, so we weren't. It wasn't really raining, so it was. You could tell. You could just see the rain cloud above us, and then you just see the rest of the sky is just clear. Like that's how it was. I was like, "Wow, that's like the first time I seen something like that." So after the chapel, me my van went back to the youth center to move the boards of the roof, and then so that they can be ready to be replaced with the metal ones once they come. They probably already replaced the roofing by now, and then just yeah. So yeah, and then after that we went to Jubilees again. I just got since I already got snacks on day 2. I just got Gatorade and gum on day 3. And then after that, we went to an ice cream place, uh, which that was good. I forgot the name. And as the final part of this, and as the final part, we played this game called Murderer in the Dark, which was really fun. And honestly, what happens on day 4? It's gonna be funny. So basically, day 4 is basically the same. Hold on. All right, let's get through this fast because my mom is only giving me 5 more minutes to finish this podcast. All right, so day 4, same thing happened. So day 4, July 10th. Today's street camp was tiring. That day's street camp was tiring. Like it was a little hype, but overall it was fun. After that, we said goodbye to the kids and then left for lunch. I don't think the kids even asked, will we see them again? And we couldn't promise them anything. So Yeah. Anyways, so after, oh hey D, kind of joined at the where I'm nearing the end of this podcast because, well, my mom's only giving me 5 more minutes to finish this up. I was gonna try to finish at 10, so but I have to finish it up soon. So kind of missed most of the stream though. We're only 2 hours in, so only 2 hours and 43 minutes in. All right, getting off track. Anyways, as I was saying, a- after lunch during Mission Waco, we went to our final learning activity for the week, and then we just and then where this guy explained how he's going to be building a community that is like that he's going to be building a community to help homeless people. So like let me just show y'all a picture. So yeah, this is it. It's basically explaining how he was going to build this community that's right up here. This is the guy that was teaching us. So, and we have everyone that was a part of Mission Waco here. So, yeah. And then after that, we went to a garden area where basic and then after that, we basically went to this garden area right here. Do a bit of gardening. I was doing some composting as you can see here. It's working with these girls and this man right here. I did not even notice the camera behind me, and he is smiling. So yeah, we were doing some fun gardening. These people were taking down some sunflower. My friend Esther here was taking down sunflowers that were like wilted completely. He was also doing a bit of composting too, and we were doing, and me and my friend and two of my other friends, Bella and Susanna, were also helping me with this. And there is a lot of photos from this garden. God. So yeah, this is honestly a really good portrait picture. I don't even know how they did that. That was honestly cool. Think I was block. I don't think I was. No, I wasn't blocking my friend. So we did take turns. Yeah, and then we went to Momoko, and then we also went to Momoko on our final night, and then also went to this historical bridge as well. It was honestly Mission Waco was fun. This is me giving our base on day 5, giving us our home time prayer. I was reading it from my journal. Like I have it written here, but then I improvised it a little. I didn't read it word for word, so yeah. And that's it. I'm kind of I'm sad that my friends couldn't join me, but hopefully they'll be able to join me for future streams. And I'm gonna have to end this stream here because I can't stay on for any longer. Anyways, hope you got. All right. Well, this is the end of the stream. So, yeah. See you in the next stream.